Hi, my name is Samia Nadra.
I am George Nadra.
My name is Faye Fame. I have polio.
My left side went paralyzed.
My daughter Danielle is 20 years old. She was diagnosed with CP. I am a mother of 5. Jennifer, who's 29 in pharmacy school. Joanna, who's 28. Michelle, Danielle, and my baby is John, who's 18 years old now. There's so much of us. There's so many of us in the house that it's very rare to me and Danielle, but growing up, she used to love music, and she still does. And just if we're home alone, have some music on. She loves Arabic music, and even though she can't get up and dance, she's happy watching us sing and dance. And
My sister would call me and I would tell her this is how I feel and this is what I went through, and I think we helped each other. I mean, even Danielle, looking at her, thank God she's happy. She's happy with her sisters. She's happy with her family. Sam includes her also. They go movies, they take her, and she watches the movie, you know. She knows everything's inside, whether we believe it or not, whether we see it or not. And it's a joy to see her. She's a great kid.
my daughter Danielle is 20 years old. She was diagnosed with CP when she was about 6 months old. We started to notice that she wasn't sitting upright and rolling over and doing the things that normal I don't want to say normal. Being that she's my 4th child, I should be babbling more than she was. She'd be able to sit up by herself. She had to be, plopped with pillows all around her, and she was not turning unless we helped her. When I first conceived with Danielle, I had surgery. I had a lump removed from my breasts, and when they put me to sleep, it wasn't local anesthesia. It was what's it called? General anesthesia, and I did not know I was pregnant. I later found out that I was 3 days pregnant, which is when the brain starts to form, and Danielle had loss of oxygen there, which is why she was born with CP. I remember leaving the hospital with Danielle, and my husband was driving. We were driving back home from seeing the neurologist, and he told us that she had CP, and we both cried all the way home.
It was hard accepting the reality of things. With Danielle, we took her to so many doctors, and we tried everything to see if there is any hope of making her better. We even went to Florida. They told us under pressure, underground room, she could get more oxygen to her brain, and the cells would open up and things. I don't know. We almost tried that.
We had health insurance, and the first claim we had put in after finding out that she had CP, the insurance dropped us. So we ended up with no insurance for about 3 years, which the government paid for her therapy at school where I used to drive her 3 times a week, but we had somebody come to the house, starting out twice a week, which was like $70 an hour, for them to come and give her some therapy, some stretching, some turning. She was only a year old. She needed a wheelchair that the insurance would not pay for. We had to buy the wheelchair on our own, which was a couple of $1,000. So you have to. We had owned a business, so we were doing well. It was okay. We were able to afford it. I just feel bad for the people that might not be able to.
I promised myself that I'm gonna give her a happy life, whatever it takes. Every parent feels some kind of satisfaction when he look at his kid and see him happy. I will put my head on her tummy and hold her hands, put them on my head, made her feel that she doesn't need to be mobile. I'll do it for her.
When I used to take Danielle to therapy, her therapist wanted me to go, to leave Danielle with them and go into another room and have support from other parents, go into counseling. Anyway, so I went in once or twice, and most of the parents in there, it was either the mom or the dad that was there, and all they could talk about was how having a child with a disability was separating the family. One of the parents wanted nothing to do with it. They wanted out, so most of them were single parents. I just want to say that that's not always true, because I feel like at the time it brought me and my husband closer together, because it was something that we shared, something no one outside of me and him could understand of what we were going through. My husband, George, had heart problems and needed to have a triple bypass. He went into surgery, and the doctor came out and said everything went well. We're just waiting for him to wake up. And we thank God. And an hour or so later, the doctor comes back and says he's waking up, but he's not feeling his left side. He had a stroke during surgery, and he's totally paralyzed on the left side.
God's still testing. Now, he had enough with everybody else. He hit me. It's another experience in life. Yes, disability. You can't reach what you want. You get something to get it. You have to adjust to life as it comes to you. What happened to me made me feel exactly how Danielle feels on the inside. Actually, even Danielle, little more.
As time goes on, you adjust to your life and your surroundings, and you have the baby, and you love the baby, no matter what it is, what it is that the baby can or cannot do. You become the baby's hands and legs and anything that the baby needs, and you do it lovingly and it gets easier, I think, as time goes on. I think having a sibling with a disability helped me cope a lot better, having a daughter with a disability. I have a baby sister who's a year and a half younger than me, but she'll always be my baby sister. Her name is Fadia Fame, and she has polio.
I've had it since I was about 6 months old. My mom said she took me to get the polio vaccine, and for some reason the doctor told her later that it gave me the polio instead of preventing it. My parents, we were in Lebanon. They came to America. As soon as we got here, my parents told me they made appointments at special surgery hospital, and we started every week going, had a couple of operations. From my polio, I got scoliosis on my back because my bones weren't growing right. Had surgeries, rods in, rods fell, rods out. We went through a struggle.
I remember Faye being outside with us and sitting and watching as me and my friends played on the rode our bikes and played on the skateboards, and we were young. So I remember one day going up to her and saying, Faye, don't you want to ride bikes with us? Are you sad? How does it feel not being able to play with us? And her answer was, I never rode a bike. I don't know what it feels like. So no, I'm not sad, and I'm happy watching you be happy. And I think that helps me with Danielle every day.
I never tried to depress myself because I mean, it came, of course. Every person, I feel like, normal or not, has times of depression. But I always tried not to. And again, I pushed myself to be happy. I cried, I laughed, I did what normal people did. When I started driving, I didn't know I could. My friend Naveen had gone to driving lessons she had polio on both legs, and I admired her and was like, how is she doing that? And I called the driving people and told them I need hand control. And they bought me a car, and they told me I don't need hand control. I have left foot gear. And that's when it started. My dad, next day, took me to buy a car. So we bought a car. I got in the car, and thank you, Dad. And I said, I'm going for a ride. I just felt so free. My crutches were back there. No one can see them. It wasn't like, right away they know I'm handicapped. It just felt good. It felt I was on my own. I didn't have somebody driving me. I didn't have somebody walking with me. It was just freedom, and it was great. Guys started saying hi to me as I was driving by. Should I say that? Because it's true. And it was heaven.
Most of the days, most of the time, we're happy. Just doing nothing. It doesn't have to be anything that, going on vacations is not as often as we would like or we used to do, but we're just happy spending time together. Family time is important.
Keep hope that tomorrow better. It will keep you going.
The mentality has to be 100% pushing for happiness.
I don't think this would be my life if it wasn't the way it was. This is the way it's meant to be. And I thank God every day that I'm alive and I'm happy, and I thank God for my family.